Hey, what's up, everybody? Blaze here from Splinterlands, another Town Hall Influencers edition. We have B. Jangles, Stever, Dave, and Clayboyne with us to introduce Splinter Vibes. If anybody doesn't know, Splinter Vibes is a music department that we've started for Splinterlands, and it's growing quite rapidly, and it's quite entertaining. The reason behind it is there's quite a few of them. I'll let Dave dive into the details, but every card in Splinterlands is an asset, and it's a market cap of its own. And this just basically, as we come out with new things for each item, it's just going to bring value to the cards and share a little bit about the history of the card and make it a little more personal. So very excited for the things we're doing, but welcome everybody for joining. And yeah, what's the first impressions?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I know when you first showed it to me, I started going through it. You start listening to like one or two songs, then you start listening to a song about a card you haven't used in a long time. You go stare at the card a little bit, then you go listen to the song. You catch like the little hints you guys have in there about like what the cards can do in battle are mixed in, some of the comedy, and like it's pretty interesting. It's really well done. A lot of the tracks, and so I thought it was pretty fun.
Great, you Jingles.
I love it, man. I've been I've got SoundCloud favorited, re-downloaded on my phone. I've been listening in the car. I've been jamming out to some new songs as you guys put them up. I think one of my what was the most recent one that you guys uploaded there, Blaze?
For Jimmy.
Yes, that track with Jimmy.
It's Giant Alpine Skink.
The Skink, yes, Shredder. That is an instant classic, man. Big fan. Just generally a huge music guy and across the board. So yeah, this ticks a lot of boxes for me. Bonus points that it's Splinterlands related. I think it's good stuff.
Awesome. And real quick on that one was he'd said something in the chat, and I just because I know he's all into music and he's really good with the guitar and stuff. So I figured that I would test AI on how good it can shred, and I added him into the mix. So again, I think that's what we're trying to do here is bring fun, more options, more fun for the community. And I'm glad everybody's digging this. Clayboyne, what about you, man? DJ, what is it? What's your name now?
Did I make a terrible mistake? I thought this was the Crypto Gaming Recovery Fund meeting. So far, man, I'm digging it. There's definitely like a couple of bangers, and it's got me experimenting with trying to make some songs myself, and what's interesting is like there's like this holy crap, there's more than 4 people, but there's it's got me doing something interesting now, which is I don't know if like little backstory for the people that don't know me, since I've been around Hive for like 8 years, but like I used to write like a bunch of like philosophy and poetry stuff, so like it's got me kind of like playing around with that now too. So just trying to like see if I can turn some of that into songs. So like it's really interesting, man. Like I'm really curious to see how this technology is gonna like unfold and like impact things. And I'm already seeing the bin weavers in the chat.
What was the other one? One Bieber.
Yeah. Justin Bieber.
What's up, Rogue? Get the kids to sleep?
Yeah, they're all in bed. At least half of them. Wife's handling the other half right now. So the circus is wound down.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Yeah, we just fired up. Had a little technical difficulty of getting more than 4 people here, but supposedly you came in no problem. So I don't know what's going on with Tails, but he needs to do whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I just messaged him, telling him to figure it out, man. We want him over here.
Yeah, I'm trying again.
By the way, Blaze, why don't you play them something so they know what we're talking about, like all of us know. But
yeah, head over to soundcloud.com/Splinter Vibes. We'll drop it in the chat there if you guys haven't seen it already. But let's see. This one was really cool. This one I wanted more of. Again, you can really get good with it. This was like bringing the lore and art to life, and talks about the venom, and it takes a while to get going. It's got a little drum vibe to it, but let's check this one out. Venom can. Probably skip it in the car, but then later when I got faster. Really cool too.
Just teeth flash through the vines, stephases loud with venom signs, an orchid shadow veiled in green. Each spell is sharp, each strike is your legions fall in a silence fear.
This is one of those I would like to have like in the background while I'm playing the game, you know, while I'm whooping B-Jangles, just have it like on a nice low tone. And he's saying one more, you know, trying to get that dub.
You're not going to give very many chances to hear that song on Blaze.
Let's see, what else do we have here? They're all this one here is it's a new DJ Cambio. This is a inept healer. Nice little rock vibe. And the idea here was to do a bunch of genres and then see what the community likes the most, and we can lean into it. A banger.
That lyric in that one, like I think that's one of the things about these songs that like really kind of kill it for me is like that lyric, every spell even half gone wrong keeps the dying holding on. Like that is corrupted. Like that is just so dripping in lore, and just like that is deep and beautiful and wonderful. Like I feel a certain way about that card now more than I ever really had, right? Like the inept healer, and then like it's that whole song is from the perspective of the people also being healed by her, right? And so like even though they're like sometimes it goes right, sometimes it stings a lot, like we still like inept healer, right?
Yeah, and I think you said the same about Craniacs. It has that same vibe, so I think you dig that style for sure.
I mean, yeah, honestly, anytime, I think I can't even really be pinned to one of these styles yet. There's just sometimes they do a really good job of just character depiction, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, we're doing our best. We grab the lure, we talk to it, we tell it about its abilities and what it does, and I don't know if you saw the Jicarilla, but I mixed her into with Commander Slade there.
Oh yeah.
So that one
Oh
is
yeah.
really good on loop if you just want to chill out.
Honestly, just such a beautiful song too. Like I also like Chikorilla is just like that hit. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. This is what Jangles is listening to after his
Yeah, I think they're specifically.
She don't need to fight.
Sometimes, not recently.
Frost, and the tides turn right from the mists of Kimia. She broke the mold, found her truth in the secrets they never told. Now the conclave speaks her name, and the wilds will never be the same. She's the rhyme between the light and the flame, the calm and the clash, the soul of the game, with a hand to the sky and a word in the stream. Jicarilla moves like a silent dream. Give her a front line and she grants them grace. Magic bends when you're touched by fate.
Yeah, so enjoy, everybody. They're up on SoundCloud. We're having some fun with it. Looking forward to the next wave that we're going to be pumping out. We're going to be nonstop on it. And Dave, tell the crowd what else we have in mind if everything goes.
When in this area or in the other areas, because we got a lot going on, boys.
Yeah, do you think we can bring these in game somehow?
There you go. All right, so yeah, the idea is if you guys like them, what we'd like to do is make NFTs out of them, limit them to no more than 100, and then have these as prizing in various ways. One of which would be obviously like loot box type prize. Another way could be, for instance, just special like giveaways, buy $20 worth of packs, get 2 songs, just as a bonus. I definitely would like to lean on the new player mode that we have, the new Frontier mode. Put those in there, let these guys get used to not only the songs, but they can learn the characters and get more immersed into Splinterlands. And then there's other ideas that we've talked about over and above that, but I really would rather not go into that because I don't want to be put in a position where people expect more than what it is at this point. But down the road, you could probably use your imagination and figure out other ways in which this could be beneficial to the community. So I'm really excited because we've been looking for prizing. What would people think is cool? And, in my opinion, I would love to have a collection of these songs. So yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, super cool too is I really haven't had much time to look at the lore on the foundation cards, for example. So we're trying to bring those in so the new players that come, they can connect up with their cards and have a little more meaning behind them. And this one was super cool. Like you find out more about the card and the lore, and you tend to get more connected to it when you're playing. So I think you guys have all heard that Dave and I formed a gang. It's called the Buttercup Mauler Gang. We'll keep it at club just to keep it a little more user friendly. But it's a pretty cool idea. And now when we play the game, and I'm always tempted to play her, and when I get a win with her, it feels a lot better because I'm a lot more connected to the card. I don't know what it is, but it's working for me, and I've heard other people say the same. So it's really cool building up a connection with a card like this. So this is fun. This is supposed to be our happy place, so might as well, music connects people, and I'm really enjoying it. So.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what is going to happen is what happened to us plays. Like we're going through, we're making the songs. Initially it was just me and you, And as you're making them, you are having to learn the lore. You are having to write an interesting story. Like to making a song. As Rogue talked about, like there's some clever things put in these songs, which I think if you take the time to listen, you're going to find. And that's part of the experience. And by us doing it, we got into a position where we knew these people better and these characters better. And I can find myself now wanting to own a particular card and even play a card in certain cases. Like, if Furious Chicken comes into play, like now I'm picturing that Furious Chicken song. So it's like things like that really add to it. So I'm excited about it because, that's one thing that we've had that we've really never explored much is the lore and the connection to the cards, which I think really deepens our game.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's really fun to listen to the songs because just like Rogue pointed out, every once in a while you catch this little part and you're like, oh, that makes sense to me. Or it brings you a little deeper into the cards. And eventually it's going to be interesting as this gets more out there in the community. That people are going to start to have like parts of these songs in their minds when the cards are being used or when a certain card destroys them. The Venka song is hilarious. That one was killing me because that card absolutely wrecks you sometimes. And so to have those kind of songs get known by the community, being able to play them when you do and it's going to be a great tool for anybody that does live streaming. You play somebody, you challenge them, you destroy them with the card. You go, okay, now you got to listen to it, and you play the song, and just it'll lead to, I think, a lot of fun things within the community.
Yeah, for sure. And like for my content creation, it helped me out big time. I mean, that was probably the main reason I started it, right? Because I was starting to run out of content. You can only use free audios for so long, right? And then I wanted something to match our game style and like connect the game somehow. So I didn't want to use random music. And then the selection we have of music is, it's a little more just instrumental and it has a great vibe of its own. But for the clips I wanted to do or the activities I wanted to do, it just didn't fit. So I was just looking for an alternative. That's all. And yeah, cool.
Yeah, great call on the battle shorts, by the way, Blaze. Those have been a lot of fun to keep track on. I've somehow made more than a couple of the shorts in my few victories. I've made the YouTube channel. But the music is just fantastic, dude. I'm a huge fan. It adds a completely new dimension to this stuff, and it's because you guys have leaned into so many different genres. There's going to be something that resonates with everybody. What I'm curious about is, Rouge. You made a comment the other day that you've been listening to this in the car with the families, and we needed explicit lyrics label on some of these songs. So I'm curious, are there any songs that the kids have already started, play the Stampeding Calf song or something like that? Is there something that they're
we don't have anything yet, but because honestly, specifically of that, like I had to kind of like comb through all of them myself, and I finally, but like we're popping out like 2 a day here. I'm logging in and I'm finding like more and more like. And it's live, like it's almost like a South Park episode. You say something yesterday and all of a sudden a song's going to be made about it the next day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, but it's been good. And there was honestly only like a couple that really just kind of come up and just like real quick get you. And there's only like 2, I think, that had swear words in them. But it was just a comment that I kind of made there. It's like, if these are all going to be grouped together like this, like I need to be able to playlist them in a way, but frankly, like kid friendly and also adult friendly, like real, like gets a Disney stamp of approval for me is the Sage. What was his name? The
Incessant Sage.
Yeah, Incessant Sage. That song is great, absolutely great. And like that, it's fun for the adults and it's fun for the kids. But
yeah, I like that song a lot too. And I the Heloise and Fiat one, you seem to like as well. That was.
Oh, I love that. Well, because I'm a huge fan of musicals, period. So like, realistically, if Hugh Jackman's singing, I'm watching. That's just my life. And so like, some of these have that soundtrack hashtag to them. And the first one that I came across was the Heloise and Baron. And just right out the gate, having just Heloise from this like I am in love with Baron standpoint. And I'm like, okay, literally been playing with these cards forever, never really. And so now I can't unsee it, can't unhear it. Like, it's great. And it's like a great song, it's got like, it's very well done. And so, yeah, love it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Hey, Blaze, I'm going to pop off just because I know we're having technical difficulties, and I want to try to see if we can get Tails on. He's out there, and,
He's out there.
Get him on, and if for some reason I can't get back on, I'm sure I can join, and everybody listens to me enough. But, if I can come back, great. What?
Okay, have him try again, because, again, this is more than we had when he tried to join, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see if we can get him in, but you guys don't really need me. You guys know what you're doing. All right, let me hop off, and if I don't see it, thanks everybody for being here. This is awesome.
See ya. All right, we'll see if I get the alert when he tries to come in.
Well, he says he's there right now. He's backstage, so like you should be able to find him somewhere.
Tell him to come front stage.
I think you have to tell him.
Have him walk on up. No, I get alerts for everybody, so it's
maybe except for him. And now introducing Tails. Oh, I nailed it! Yes!
Boom. Tails, what's up, man?
What's going on?
You made it.
We call that in the IT industry a PEBCAC error. The problem exists between the chair and the keyboard. So we're good though.
Is it?
The PEBCAC. Nice.
See, Tails, who do we boot now? Oh, okay, we got everybody. Hot damn.
Nice.
Wham! Pow!
Whenever the
Bam!
Pow!
so guys, whenever the AI advances enough, are we gonna start making like our own animated like cartoons? Like, are we gonna have like the Baron and the Beast?
So I was gonna
make like a little love story for Baron.
I was going to chat about that,
Clay,
Clay, because that's a good point. Because I don't know, I know you've seen this before, but Ghostly PG on X has done a lot of AI-based animation using training and stuff, and he's got a whole Hive article on how he does it. And I think he's working on taking some of these Splinter vibes and turning them into actual music videos with AI-generated animation. So
he's trying with Little Levy.
Yeah,
Little Levy's going to be first. I think you're next. But it's really it isn't. I was playing around with it as well. It's that whole 10-second clip thing. So I think he's going to have to go. Yeah, he'll have to tell us how he comes out with something longer than 40 or 50 seconds. It's good.
Sure, but the bigger question, and this is, I mean, it's not just unique to Splinterlands, but it's how is AI used in gaming? And right now we've seen how you guys can do pretty quickly into scale lore-based sound, which is really great. But the question then becomes is, not to put Nate and the creative team on the spot, but in the past, Asaria was doing all of this, After Sound was doing a lot of this. Now you guys can do it just by pressing a few buttons and putting some prompts in. At what point does like even AI-based art become something that Splinterlands looks at to save costs, perhaps? I mean, I know it's probably a taboo subject, but it's definitely out there, and it's not just unique to Splinterlands, but it's a whole AI, question. And then we're also seeing AI hit Web3 gaming. For example, if you're not aware, Battle Rise, the Web3 game, is launching a AI-based storekeeper or storefront in their game, where it's a mini game where you're actually using LLM and chatting with the AI storekeeper. There's ways to get discounts in their store, their in-game store, and to get deals and unlock certain items for free by basically chatting with the AI agent. So this is all coming to us, whether we like it or not.
It is, yeah, and that's why we're in the trenches learning it and figuring it out. But yeah, no, I just, this along with many other industries, they're just going to have to work with it, right? So you still need somebody behind the, behind the screens, being creative to bring it to life, right? So we just talents need to shift sometimes, right? So I think that's what's going to have to take place in the future. People need to pay attention because it's here.
I wonder how much of like using the AI and the ease that might come with it comes from the foundation that we kind of have, like Joey's storytelling and like that character art that we have. Like, I'm actually really curious how well training the AI will actually be, if what Nate has always said in the past was like having the you almost be able to like intuitively look at art and know that that's Splinterlands, if that will actually aid in like all the auxiliary stuff that we're trying to do around it. So like, if we end up in like the content and the advertising through the music, through short clip videos and all that stuff, if just having like the hard work, human foundation of world building will make all of that easier. And if I worry that if we cut that out, that like the AI, it won't be creative or beautiful anymore, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know we're all hooked on the IP of Splinterlands and the art, right? Like all the AI generated stuff gets old after a while, it feels. So the touch of creative is very special, and if we can find a way to amplify, because speed is important in this time and age. So if they can use AI to leverage, their art, that's going to be huge. Just like we've seen, for example, with Ghostly BG, that's amazing. Like some of those are like spot on, and I run them by Nate right away, right? But they're buried in other projects. But it's definitely something they're going to be looking at in the near future to help to grow faster, right? And yeah, and Tails with less employees, right? So like I'm figuring out tools that I can use that amplify my my reels to all socials with one click, in addition to like descriptions and so on. Like it keeps getting better. Chat GPT 5 is really going to be huge in the next coming months. So looking forward to, again, that's part of my job is staying on that so I can pump out more content faster. And these tools are just freaking amazing. At the end of the day, it's like, wow, can't believe I was able to get all that done. If I was to do this, even writing, just writing alone, you can really leverage just simple, like bust out a bunch of data. Like Dave and I are working on a form, and we'll just be like, hey, we're doing this kind of format for a PR or something like that. And boom, it spits it out. And then we just go in there and spend some time editing it. But it really helps speed up our day-to-day. So super exciting.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, yeah, go ahead, Clay. I'm sorry.
I would say I think of it as like a force multiplier, right? Like, I don't like we're obviously not at the point where like AI can think for itself or anything like that. So, I think like the point that we're at is where it's essentially a tool, and the people that are figuring out how to use it are going to be able to use it as like a force multiplier to basically shore up their weaknesses, right? Like maybe creative people aren't as technical. So like the creative people are going to start using it to leverage the areas that they're weaker at, which like, I mean, like maybe there's a unicorn out there, but like not everybody's good at everything, right? So like myself, like I tend to think of myself as more of like, I don't know. I guess like I'm more of like a thinker, problem solver type, but like I'm not like as tech heavy or like I'm not like as artistic. So like I can use it to kind of like leverage my weaknesses. And, I think that that's what we're going to see is like we're going to see basically people that can adapt to this wave that's coming, and people that can't, they're going to have a hard time, right? Because like whether you like it or not, it's here. Like, and I mean, it's only going to get crazier. But like what I think is like where we get in trouble is like whenever we get to the point where like the AI can start doing the critical thinking, and then people are gonna like not have to think for themselves. They're just gonna I mean, dude, like I can tell you right now, like it kind of terrifies me to some extent. Like, have you guys looked at X? Just how many people are like, hey Grok, can you explain what this picture of a dog barking means? And I'm just like, bro. like you gotta do like at least like a little thought for yourself.
We actually have an ongoing thing right now. It's coming into the workforce now, and that's what like fresh out of college, that's literally one of the things that we have to really be on our toes about is how much much critical thinking did you do, and how much how much did you kind of rely on a tool to help?
I know at my work they bought all of us subscriptions to the bots, the entire IT department. I mean, it debugs code for people. It does all kinds of crazy things, and that's just the first level of where this kind of stuff is going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say regarding the IP part of it, like I think it's very important that our art team makes our cards, and I think it's very important that our lore department, writes our lore, because that's like a visualization of, what it is, right? But for us to bring it to life in this way via song, in my opinion, is awesome. It's like we're taking something human generated and then making it, like amplifying it. I think somebody used the word. So I can tell you when you make a song, it's not like you just, like punch a button and it just spits out. You have to listen to it. You have to write what you want, correct what you don't want, things like that. And then when it comes out, like I would say, typically it's at least a dozen tries, to get what you want. So it's not like you just snap your fingers, make it happen. But on the other side, it doesn't take you 2 years either, right? Like you can knock out a couple a day kind of thing. So, and the other thing I was going to say is you guys mentioned the cartoon or story idea. Somebody on Twitter was talking about the Gablano, what is it? The Gablano soldier, and then the Gobsons, they have their own, boss. And then we have the henchling enforcer, also known as Little Levy, who, keeps going back and forth working for one of them. So if you haven't checked out those 3 songs, you can see that we could have some mob war, type show coming in the future.
What's a beer cost now?
Yeah. That's punchline, huh?
Have you guys all heard, who I'm talking about, Little Levy?
I've again a promo card that like probably the least of the promo cards, like not a good promo card, has now catapulted itself to like a staple in Splinterlands with one song.
That's how I look at it too. Check it out. Play it, Blaze. Or not the whole thing, but just the
The name's Lil Levy. Don't let the size fool you. From the Chaos Empire, straight from the ruler. Baron and Fayette's on top. With a plan, yes, he's slick. A 50% tax makes the whole empire tick. I'm the muscle, the hustle, the pint-sized enforcer. Knocking on your hovel or your castle, of course, sir. Got my tiny boots stomping, my bed shining bright. Gonna collect what is due day and through the night. Yeah, we rolling up, bags are getting fat. You pay your damn tax or you ain't getting that. Lil Lobby's in charge with a grin and a smirk, making sure your coin sings for the Chaos Empire's word. We ain't playing games, no negotiation, just pure taxation across the whole nation. Door to door like a minister, my stature's quite low. See the fear in your eyes, watch your resistance go. Your gold, your old silver, it all comes to me. Then back to Tovana for melting, you see. Reminted as Mark, shiny, fresh and brand new. Fayette's a genius, what else can I do? My wagon's overloaded, my arms start to strain. But the Baron's a boss and he's drilling that game. Yeah, we rolling up, bags are getting fat. You pay your damn tax or you ain't getting that. Lil Lobby's in charge with a grin and a smirk, making sure your coin sings for the Chaos Empire's word. We ain't playing games, no negotiation, just pure taxation across the whole nation. Now the pay's pretty good after all this hard grind. Head to the tavern, leave my troubles behind. Order up an ale, yeah, a big foamy mug. But wait, what's this price? This feels like a hug. From inflation, it's wild, this ain't making no sense. Takes more and more marks for just basic defense. My wallet's confused, my pockets feel thin. Is the Baron's genius somehow doing us in? Still we rolling up, bags are getting fat. You pay your damn tax or you ain't getting that. Lil Levy's in charge with a grin and a smirk, making sure your coin sings for the Chaos Empire's word. We ain't playing games, no no negotiation, just pure taxation across the whole nation. What's a beer cost now? What's a beer cost now?
I had to let that ride, Dave. That was too good.
Oh, it's a full piece. You can't cut that one. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so we'll go through the lore, and some cards don't have names, right? Or it doesn't feel like they have a name. So we'll go in there and throw a name. I don't know where he came up with Little Levy, but it was perfect.
Well, he levies attacks, man. Little Levy.
Ah,
Get it?
I get it. Yeah.
Whoosh.
You didn't catch that one right away?
See, you can love it without being educated. That's the cool part. If you can sell it to a simpleton, you can sell it to anybody.
I mean, that's one that I know. If somebody gets it and they don't want it, like I don't really like this stuff, put it up on the market. I'll buy it. I'm hoping to own that song.
Yeah, and I think this goes to what B. Jangles had mentioned before, and how we can, get beyond just the SPS earnings in the game. So, for example, again, to compare it to other Web3 projects, like Parallel, one of the big things with Parallel is it's got a lot of different Web2 aspects to it that can be minted as NFTs and sold and traded and stuff. Things like card backs, animated card backs, card frames, arena backgrounds, emotes, taunts, Paragon greetings, Paragon victory speeches and stuff like that. All these things you could easily take into Splinterlands, NFT them, give them as prizes in tournaments or sell them or what have you. And what it does is it builds, essentially it's kind of like bling or flare, if you're like familiar with Office Space. But, when you go into Parallel, that someone's been there a while when you see when they battle you, what they look like when they battle you, because they have all this fancy stuff versus someone that's just new to the game that has nothing. And you kind of like, well, hey, as a new player, I want to get that stuff. And I think that's something that, Splinterlands can definitely be doing here moving forward.
Yeah, we're getting super excited about that, man. That's like kind of the thing is and it's the whole targeting audiences, right? You don't want just one audience. I think originally we're, crypto bro heavy, right? And market goes up, market goes down. And one thing when I came on board is I really wanted to bring the collectors on board, right? Like more collectors, more people who just love the game, love collecting, and love playing the game and weren't looking at it from the monetization side as much, at least short term. So I think that's what we're doing a good job of. And where this can come into play is like, we do limited mint runs and we have the frontier mode and people are playing for free, getting this stuff, but eventually we don't know where this is going to go, right? Like that flare, those emojis that they're getting now, 5 years down the road, new people might want that and they're limited. So the people that have 2 or 3 copies, they can sell one to somebody who wants it. And again, this is all stuff that we're creating that's, it doesn't cost much to get going, right? We can even do stuff down the road. I think Matt was brought it up on one of the town halls with the avatars, but that's a whole other conversation. But a lot of good stuff's happening.
Yeah, you can talk a little bit about it, Blaze. Like, for instance, ideas that we talked about, like, for instance, when you come out in your match and you first start, like, if you like Little Levy and you got him as one of your songs, you come out into battle and, that music comes out and, it's like you're entering the ring in a boxing match kind of moment. You come out and you get that song going and get you pumped up, not the whole song, but just a clip of the song.
Instead of the Archon, it would be your avatar, right? And then that avatar could be blinged out. So and I was even just an idea, I was thinking like if you have a higher ranking, then your song would show up with your avatar, right? And if the other card beat you at the end, it'd be theirs. So like I also want to do it in a way where I know this is an auto battler, but a lot of us watch the whole match. We want to see how we did good, what we could do better next time. And if we do stuff like this, I think it's going to make people play the game and actually watch the game and enjoy like the whole process instead of just rushing to the next game. There's going to be those that'll do that or run bots or whatever. That's fine. But I think there's a group of us just like love hanging out here and playing the game. So this will just add more of a connection to the player and their assets. So
You know what we need. You know what we need. Like whenever you get matched up, like you reveal your opponent. You know, you get the ba ba da ba. You know, and his name is Dave McCoy. You know,
Let's go.
like, yeah, like that's what we need. We need to go like full like old school WWF with it. Like not none of that WWE crap. We need to go back to like Rage in the Cage. Like we need the we need like the ladder match. Yeah. Like can we get AI? Can we get AI to start doing like a shoutcast during the match where you know it's like, oh no, he just came in with the halfling enforcer. Little Levy's just throwing half damage at.
Well, yeah, we were talking about Blaze and I don't know if you're going to play the Buttercup Mauler, but you know, as we were making that song, the first thing when I sent it to Blaze, I was like, you know, what'd you think? And he's like, well, I wanted to slip my wrist, but the song is just so good, right? Like, you know, like so it's like dark goth, right? But it's still a great song, right? Like it just stays in your head. You understand her better. She's going through and she's just destroying everything she comes into. And then, you know, we found ourselves both like on the same day or within 24 hours, you know, out buying black foil arcanes that hit the market, right? Like it's just that kind of thing. Like we now had a connection to Buttercup Mauler that we didn't have before.
Yeah, and that was totally like, you know, that was just natural. It just happened. It just, again, and if we felt that, and I'm a community member too, I know that many other community members are going to get that feeling too, and they're going to connect up with a different card and stuff. So, no, now I can joke around, and if Dave's busy, I'll just tell people that he's done painting his fingernails black.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. Like, think about this. Like, I know we all want like items and spells, right? Like, we want like stat modifiers, but like, what if there's also like a cosmetic layer to it, right? Like, so whenever, like, let's say you got like Quor going out there, right? And then, like, whenever she, you know, does something, or you know, just like you pick a unit, like whenever it does something, maybe you have like some kind of like, I don't want to call it like item and spell, but like some kind of modifier to where, you know, like think about like what the pickle does, right? Like whenever the pickle dodges, it goes wee, or like whenever it like kills like a unit, it goes deal with it, right? Or like whenever like the Yaba, whenever you play it with Yaba, he goes play it with my pickle. So right, like whenever like if you think about it like this, right, like let's say you get Mantaroth, right? Like whenever Mantaroth does like his armored strike, maybe he goes, yeah, boy, you know, just something like that, right? So like whenever your opponent's playing it, like you can kind of like customize your characters a little bit to where they have like you know, like some kind of like I don't want to say like taunting, but like some kind of like just like flair to it, like some kind of like extra flavor that like you can kind of like make your own. Like I feel like this is the kind of stuff that would be like really interesting. And then, like, you know, we've kind of like with the pickle, we've kind of created like the baseline for like it's possible, right? And that's one of the things that like I know a lot of times people are like, you know, like why you do this, why do you do that? And I'm like, I think you got to be able to like see that like we're basically getting systems in place that can be built off of to like different extents. And you know, I don't know. Like, this is the first time I've talked to anybody like about like what I'm saying right now. But I mean, like, I could see this as like an evolution of like what we're doing here, right? Because like there's basically like there's now precedent in the code. There's something that exists that you can build off of and like modify. And you know, that's kind of like how I think about a lot of things. Like even with like tournaments, right? Like I would like to see some like rework on tournaments. And it's one of the things that I've talked about for a while. Like what I think is like we can look at how brawls evolved, like the gameplay, and there's like pieces of brawls you can probably use to like build tournaments off of. And you know, I kind of like that. That's what I like to do is like I like to look at like whenever we add these things, like how can we like evolve it, like how can we build it out further. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I think that would be like crazy. Like if you could like have your own like basically like sound effects, you know, and then like you can get like sound effects, like Dave was talking about, like getting your you know, like getting your songs, like your NFT songs. So what if you can get your sound effects? Like I think people get really excited about that. Like
yeah, Clay,
kind of like taunt your opponents, right?
Yeah, I know you're you know, whatever is in your head, it's been circulating, and Nate was working on some stuff, and I know that like he's looking at it from the angle of too many noises can get confusing, right? You know what speed they're watching it on, so they're already looking at it from that angle.
You know what the pickle would say? You know what the pickle would say?
It doesn't matter.
Deal with it.
Yeah, no. So no, it's things are moving. We're trying new things, and I think this is going to open up doors. So
can you show them the we're doing emojis like what he just talked about? Show them the Buttercup Mauler one that we worked
I'll
on.
pull that up in a second. But I really Tail said the word flare, and it triggered me to play the song.
All right.
Yeah.
This is one of my
I
favorites.
love this song.
Strapping tight, this suit's a joke. And squeak loud every time I poke. They say that she can't fly, but I burn the sky with spells so thick I don't even try. Armor blinks and my hips don't lie. Magic drip got the room core high. Big moves, big boom, yeah, I make them stare. No air, no problem, I still flare. Yeah, I'm grounded, but I bring the heat. When I cast, it shakes your seat. So keep your wings, I've got my spark. I turn battlefields into art. Can't fly, don't care. I blast through the air. They call me the running sky cone flare. Chunky, funky, spell-built tank. Dropping arcs while your mana bank sing. Can't fly, don't need to. Wish you could be this cool. Power sass, beware. Can't fly, don't care.
It's a great one, huh?
That is legit.
Yeah,
I know that's going to be on the radio soon, huh?
it is. It's amazing. Bella's good too, by the way.
Yeah,
Bella-
that was gonna. Well, the fact that it just kind of leaned into the fat characters, you know what I mean? Like it's
And the little wings,
legit.
yeah.
I think somebody made a comment in one of the other songs about being bigger than Bella's waistline.
Yeah.
Or something like
Waistband,
that.
yeah. It was like waistband or belt or something. Yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
which
somebody
one.
like in one of the other songs, it references Bella's waistband.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, chunk it up.
So yeah, no, it's all building on itself, and I think the other part, or at least one of the psychology aspects of this, is like music is for sure, like an earworm. It gets in there and it gets stuck in there, and so like there's quite a few songs that I've actually, as I've been listening to this stuff, it gets stuck in my head, and so I find myself, just because that's in my head, I'm thinking about Splinterlands more during the day. So like specifically the Buttercup Mauler song, that tone that it goes into after that last statement about where the Maulers have been, and then it goes into that da-na-na, like whatever that tone is. Oh my goodness, it gets stuck in my head, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm just
definitely.
I hear it all day, and I'm just like, oh, it's crazy.
Well, keep an eye out for an arcane on the marketplace, man, or pull them in a pack. So you can join the club.
What are the gang signs that come with
Mauler.
the Buttercup Mauler Club? Man?
Like this.
I actually have one.
Lavenendra danced with buttercups in her dew, chasing sunbeams, a laugh light and free, just a pretty young fae, as happy as could be. Oh, but
Pretty young
now there's
fae.
a reason for a different kind of sound, as the buttercup mauler stalks the forest ground, with the laugh sweet as spring, and antler sharp and keen. You'll know her by the red, where the buttercups have been. Some gosh darn secret, breaking nature's heart. So an errandial road with dragon magic to share. Lavenendra followed with vengeance in the air. Oh, but now there's a reason for a different kind of sound, as the buttercup mauler stalks the forest ground, with the laugh sweet as spring, and antler sharp and keen. You'll know her by the red, where the buttercups have been.
Keep it going on loop, man.
Clean cut, dude. Nicely
But
done.
yeah, that
So good.
that flute tone, or whatever that is, that's an earworm. That'll get in there.
Yeah, wasn't Gold Matter saying his wife has that song in her head or something too?
It's the new one, the Mighty Dricken.
Yeah, the Mighty Dricken.
Because he owns
yeah,
the
that
Mighty Dricken. He said he's been playing it so much, she asked him to stop.
That's hilarious. No, this is gonna be like in the Gold Matters house. You know, it was like it was on your computer. Then you've printed them and you've put them on our walls. Now it's in our speakers. What are they doing? The whole Gold Matter house is just gonna be Pretoria.
You built a whole Splinterlands dungeon.
It will.
Yeah. Also, another thing, opening packs, you get that feeling when you pull Buttercup Muller. You're like, yeah, you don't care, like if it's common or not. You just get excited. It's like I got another one.
You know, one thing about what Gold Matters did, that's actually something that I'd like to see happen too. Like he actually, when that song came out, he liked it. He obviously liked the card because he owns the only one of one that's out there. And then he heard that song, he got motivated. He went out and he made his own video, right? He went out and like did all the camera work for it and made a cool little clip. I mean, that's the kind of thing that, the more our community gets into this and more start getting involved and sharing this around, that's how word spreads,
Yeah.
So, I was really happy to see his reaction.
Yeah, he did that turnaround in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
He already had a video.
It came out. I sent it to him, and the next thing I know, but when I woke up and it was already out, it's like, wow, he can move.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for people to start making covers of the AI songs.
Covers of AI.
Yeah. It's like the AI songs are gonna become real songs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be legit. That'd be legit. I think what's interesting about all of these, and I don't really know how to program all of them, but like, I can definitely pick up, the character of a specific artist that they're trying to replicate in a lot of these. So like the Sky Chunk song, for sure, 1000%, that's Kesha in my mind. Like, I think that's been her. And then like the Gray Brow song, as soon as I heard that Gray Brow song, I was like, this is Five Finger Death Punch, like all day. I think Xerix, I don't know, I'm getting like some I Prevail vibes there. Like, I feel like every time I hear some of these songs, like, and then also fun joke, I'm country illiterate. And so like we played the Mary Putt. I played the Mary Putt Magician for my wife because she's country and I'm not. And I was like, babe, look, doesn't this sound like Dolly? And she's like, no, that's Reba. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
I said Dolly too, man.
So these recreations are actually like, they're really hitting some of our like most known artists, and Tails, I saw him on Twitter today tagging those artists in some of these. He's like, doesn't this have like this vibe? And I was like, yeah, I think every single one has something like that. I was trying to think of what song I was getting like Dixie Chick vibes off of one. And I was like, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Jangles, you've been quiet. What do you think?
Oh man, I'm just, I've had eyes on this stuff for a little bit, and I've been anxiously awaiting to see what the overall reaction is. I'm so stoked that everybody is so stoked. Like the depth to which this has already gone. It's day 3, day 4. You're scrolling through SoundCloud. The number of listens is crazy. There's a bunch of comments from some weirdo named Josh on a whole bunch of songs.
You just wait. What do you call when you like reveal the real identity of a streamer? You doxed me. You doxed me live.
You just doxed yourself there. But yeah, man, like seeing the community just run with this stuff and like overwhelming positive reaction, and folks are starting to think about what's next. How can we take this and make it better? I mean, that it ultimately just shines a light on what we have all grown to love about this community. Is this community is just badass. Like everybody has their own spin, everybody has their own interpretation. Everybody's thinking like, how can I take this stuff and make it better? Polish this or adjust that or remix this or like karaoke. That's so much fun. Like Ime called out, I want to hear Dave do karaoke of the Lil Levy song. That's the music video that we need. Yeah. Is Dave doing karaoke Lil Levy. Like, this sort of stuff, it take, you guys called out a little bit earlier of this just amplifying everything that the creative team is doing. And I couldn't agree more. When Nate talks about and introduces Vonak and Nate talks about, you are the battle mage, I feel like this goes such a long way in really connecting those dots and really driving home that emotional connection to Splinterlands for the average folk. Like I think a lot of us here are very, finances aside, we're all very emotionally invested. Like every single person on here runs a show, runs a channel, runs something, talks Splinterlands. We have that high level of emotional investment in this thing. But Rogue showing his wife the song and her calling out, oh no, it's Reba McEntire, or Steve playing it with his kids in the car, or Gold Matters. I can't imagine Gold Matters has the creative depth of like way beyond anything that I could ever imagine. And I'm sure his mind is already running absolutely wild with how is he going to refabricate the Mighty Dricken song into his videos. And it's just the response has been amazing. So yeah, in a nutshell, I am absolutely stoked that this is such a hit. I couldn't be more excited for this new phase of Splinterlands.
Guys,
so kudos to you.
I got the best idea. Together. Like the Jangles just gave me the best idea there for our next promotional. Like we should actually make like a commercial here, right? We need to get Dave with just a blinged out fake chain, right? Get him in a basketball jersey with a fitted cap, and he's just gonna you can just lip sync it, but just get into it like you're making a rap video for Lil Levy. I think that would be awesome.
Hey, on that note, Clay, I'd like to share something here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear this.
A little light.
Welcome to Splinter Vibes, the newest, the coolest, the most banging show on the grid. Today, we're gonna count down the top 40 hits again and take you through the digital wonder from the hit game Splinterlands. Is 16 pints of moss from Cavewise Wayfinder gonna stay number one? Or is the hot new sensation Runic Skyshank going to continue up the ladder with her debut song, Can't Fly, Don't Care? Stay tuned and find out. Splinter Vibes will be right back. Splinter Vibes, top 40 countdown. Splinter Vibes, top 40 countdown.
So this is just one of many things we're all, our ideas are spinning and Dave and I are bouncing ideas back and forth, and I just think it would be super fun to have a radio station for Splinterlands where you can have it in the background, whether you're in the car or in the office, and then within there we can integrate news, right? I know it's going to take a lot of work, but we're doing some carousels on the front page coming soon where we have news. But I think this would be one way to just another way to inform people of what's going on with Splinterlands. And I think the community would absolutely love it, right? We can have I can talk to Matt, and we can have a meeting, and we can record a 3 or 4 minute update on something. I can throw it in there, and Dave can pump out his radio skills and keep pumping out some good ideas like this one. And I think we can tie this together and make something really engaging, right? Where we all want to know what's coming up next. And instead of going in the tavern, we just hit play and we're listening to something, with the latest and greatest updates. So
I think that thought literally crossed my mind the other day in a totally different genre, and I don't recommend we go this route, but like Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto had an in-game radio that was specific to the city, and like the announcers, the radio stations, the songs that they played, like it was all original. Like this was radio for them. And so the thought crossed my mind of like, what if like Splinterlands had this radio, like, and this was some form of like content that was, it could 90% of it could be whatever big, massive like songs that we have like on repeat or some, algorithm. But you're right. 10% of it is like tweaked and updated every week or something along those lines. Like,
yeah. And that would get creative, plenty of things to do, and the community, plenty of things to do. For like, we were talking about like the weather in the lowlands, it's 420 degrees outside, little things like that, just to add more depth to our game. Like bring this to life when people are out farming, and claiming their resources and stuff. They got that on in the background. It's just like we want to have people in game, and we want this to be our happy place, man. So I think we're on the right track, and yeah, we just have such a talented community, and just keep bringing ideas, and we'll see what we can do. Again, this is more of a filler too, because I didn't want, some of that stuff on the creative end and on the dev side, it takes a long time. So Dave and I just like buckled down and knocked this out, so we didn't have to take resources away from the company. And again, just presented it in a way where it wouldn't take long to implement something if we wanted to. But yeah, it's this. I think we just got to be creative and keep the juices flowing. Yeah.
Show them, Blaze, how many views we got. Like, what's the marketing aspect of this? I don't think a lot of people are going to really understand unless you show them.
So I literally launched this last Thursday, and we're at 14,500 plays. And this was before telling the community, right? So, and it was just really interesting to see the likes and the comments, or the personal messages that came through directly through the channel. And I was like, this is really cool. Like this shows that there's we've got something here. So I was just really excited to see that number. 14,576 plays right now. So really cool to see.
Am I 12,000 of those?
Yeah, you're 13,000. No, and no, it's
can
really
I finally be like the number one in something in Pretoria?
You are
like,
the number one commenter. You are the number one commenter.
Is there a leaderboard for
that'll be on the radio
listened?
station, the top commenter?
By the way, that's I really enjoyed your comments. Like,
Yep.
I was so if anybody else wants to throw comments out there, especially if they're good comments, that would be awesome, because I
It'll
do
help
think,
with the algorithm if everybody can go in there and like and share and get it going. And we're going to go on Spotify too. So this isn't just SoundCloud. We're gonna branch out. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, what I ended up doing, the whole concept was I was going to like the things that I liked, and that way I'd be able to kind of filter off it. But then there was only like 2 songs I didn't heart. So that was my bad.
Yeah, I've got an idea for a new song I'm going to work on whenever I get some time. But you know who I think I feel like really needs a jam is my boy, Lil Dilly.
Uh-oh, I see something flashing on the screen. Is that Little
that?
Billy?
Who's Little Billy?
No.
Oh, the pic.
Little Billy? Hold on. They can't see. Can they see what you just flashed on the screen?
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it for a second.
No, that was me. I was just messing around. I didn't mean to distract you, Clay. Sorry. Go ahead with Little Dilly.
I think I'm gonna work on I feel like we need like a pickle party anthem.
Yeah,
maybe he can fight Little Levy. Maybe he can take on Little Levy.
Yeah,
Little
ain't got no arms. Dude, oh my god, dude! I should call him. No.
All right. So if the community does want to get involved, shoot me a DM. If not, we'll create a channel if it gets too overwhelming. And if you want to show some stuff off and and participate, then one thing I request is you go through Splinterlands assets and look through the cards and find a really cool name using one of our cards if possible.
So
because we're not here to take credit, we're just here to build this.
yeah, explain to them. We started out with 2 DJs and now we have 4 DJs. So we have DJ C-Lay and then DJ Cambio, which is, if you didn't know, C-Lay was Clay and Cambio is, I don't know how Jangles came up with it, but he's DJ Cambio. But we're happy to have other people participate. Blaze is like the big boss, right? So I was telling Clay, like he rejected one of Clay's the other day, and I kind of felt bad for Clay because he kind of yelled at him and, you know, made fun of him. But, you know, that's just Blaze. Blaze is just like one of those kind of guys. You know, he's one of those eccentric producer types, right? So the point is, you know, there are some rules that you have to follow. But having said that, you know, it's fun. We're happy to help you figure out how to do it. And, you know, both of those guys are published within days. So it don't take long if you want to do it.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to add for reels as well. Like, I'm trying to get to everything I can, but if you have a really good battle that you want to send me to put into a reel, it's really fast. I have a really nice template now to whip one out and get it posted. So I also like highlighting the abilities, because Painforge lately, like, it's so underrated. Like, you can really get momentum going with taunt and you know, keep them off for a while so they can gain some momentum. But there's some really fun plays. B Jingles just had a good one against Brave Tofu, I believe, right? Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Painforge, did somebody recently get Painforge?
Yeah. You know what? I didn't know if we talked about that. There's just so much going on, but Tasoshi Nakamoto Drakamoto got an upgrade. I just, you know, I think we all felt that it was fair for the community. The card needed to be strengthened for an epic, because we were trying to go off of our old Excel sheets that kind of keeps us on track of what's, you know, overpowered and what's not. And the testers just leaned in and said, "Yeah, we really need to bring this card to life like how we had intended it at the start." So, and also it's a very neutral ground where if anybody sold it, they can buy it back, right? If anybody wants to buy it off the market, they still have the opportunity to. And again, it just added. The goal is to have a fun game. We didn't want people to feel like buyer's remorse going on with that card. It's a promo card, special. It needed to be as such, and the 8 mana just and nothing really flashy wasn't doing it. So it won't happen often. It was our mistake to release it like that, but we felt that the adjustment was needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Steve,
was
you've
impressive.
been quiet. You got any thoughts? You've been quiet.
No, yeah, on the card, I thought that was a good move. You want that card to be really useful, people to chase it, want to go after it, not kind of ignore it. Because, you know, that's our voucher card, helps us burn through the vouchers, makes them more rare. And I agree with what I'm seeing in the chat. I never ran into that card until the changes. Nobody played it. So when you see something that's being completely ignored, it probably should be looked at and changed. I love the idea of the radio station. You can mix a lot of different things into there. You could, you know, when you guys do certain, when the Jangles has a good episode, you could take a little tiny clip. When somebody else has something that's going on, you could take a little clip, and all the community can get really involved into that kind of stuff. So that could be just a really fun thing to have playing. And I thought of the exact same thing, like when you're in the game and you're on the land and you're literally doing the tedious stuff of switching cards out and, you know, writing down the timers of when they're gonna be able to go back into the land, and you're playing that part of the game, just to have all those songs playing in the background is you know, an added boon to the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, and many of us that are immersed in this game, I think we all wake up sometimes with the same thoughts, right? Like, I'll listen to the People's Guild in the morning, I'll be like, hey, I was thinking of that, you know, or I came up with that idea. You know, your natural reaction is like, hey, I had that idea a couple months ago. They're talking about it. So I think a lot of us just generally know where it's going, and we're getting excited. And yeah, we're talking about ideas that are coming up, and it shows that we have something really cool here.
Tails, what about you? What are your thoughts?
On specifically what again?
Either the card change or Splinter vibes in general.
Yeah, I mean, well, the card change, I think I mentioned here in chat, I saw Drakamoto for the first time literally in a game earlier this week, which was an improvement for sure, because I hadn't seen him at all until then. But I've only seen him once so far. So I'm hoping that I get beat by that card, I guess, more often, because it actually won. I lost that battle with that card played against me. So, and yeah, I think it's good. Like you know, Blaze said, I mean, it's available in the shop. It's available in the secondary market. You know, with the buff, you can still take advantage of it, spend some of those vouchers, and yeah, I think it's definitely more viable. And I think it was Bulldog that mentioned that his proposal was just drop the cost down to 6, and you know, I think it not only was the cost dropped down to 6, but it got Painforge as well. So it seems like definitely a viable option now to have and to run. And I think, you know, we'll have to see. I mean, maybe some airdrops or legendary cards enhance its value as well further.
Zergs.
You never know. Yeah, Zergs for sure. And then there's obviously, I think his Nef kit is out there as well existing. That's certainly something to consider. So yeah, I think it's good.
Cool. One thing I want to say before I forget, Paul wanted to know, how do you guys like Frontier? The name Frontier. We changed the name from Basic. We were discussing whether it was going to be Academy or Frontier. Community voted pretty much 50-50 split. You happy with the name? I know Jangles is, because he made a whole video about it, but everybody else, what do you guys think?
I thought we were calling it pickle mode.
I think the name is okay. I told Jangles I didn't quite love it, because Frontier to me kind of is you know, more of like something on the bleeding edge of things. You're in the front, and this is the more beginning of our game. But out of the two, I like Frontier better than Academy. Academy, it just, that one wasn't something I thought was very good. So,
Bro?
Yeah, no strong opinion for me. Just excited that it'll start to be out, and we'll see what happens from it.
How about you, Tails? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I actually at first preferred Academy as kind of the label for the mode, especially on mobile. But after I read Bejangles' Hive post, someone had shared that with me. I don't know who it was, but someone had done that, and I was sold. So yeah, I'm good with it.
Jangles, how you feel about it?
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, I think, you know, when I initially put the post together, it was less about my idea specifically and more about the concept of what I felt like this format should represent. And I felt like Frontier was an appropriate name. Yeah, I mean, I very much appreciate Nate and the creative guys and you and Blaze kind of given the nod to the name Frontier mode, I think, or Frontier format, whatever it is. But ultimately, yeah, I'm just excited for what it represents. Having a strong spot for not only new players but existing players looking for something different and being able to you know, test mechanics, test rewards. It represents something really, really massive that we've never really had in Splinterlands. So yeah, whether it was Frontier or something else, I'm indifferent, but I do think Frontier is a better representation than Academy. Just kind of felt like, it feels weird to stay permanently in Academy, whereas Frontier, I think the name implies that it's, there's kind of room for constant exploration. There's room for things to continue expanding. So yeah, I mean, obviously personally, I'm excited that, I put a name out there that ended up getting adopted by the team. That's a very cool kind of fingerprint that I've managed to put on the game. But yeah, and I'm stoked that you guys chose it.
Blaze, how do you feel about it? You're the marketing guy.
Yeah, no, I feel great about it. I looked at the other options. I deep dived into the names, and it did make sense after a little more deep dive, right? To go with Frontier over Academy. It just allows us to be a little more creative. Plus, I went through the campaign mode, and it's a lot of the books are academies, right? So it's almost like shifting from campaign over to Frontier seemed really cool. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited. We start Tuesday. So a lot of people have asked questions. I think not everybody fully understands, but it's a new mode. You can only play the foundation cards in that set. So you can't play reward cards. You can't play, Beta, Alpha, Chaos Legion, Conclave, or you can't play any of them. The only thing you can play is that one set. It's a full set. I think it's 52 cards. It might be plus or minus 5 from there, but it's a lot of cards. It's equivalent to essentially our original Alpha set. It's not going to be as good as the paid version, but it should still. I mean, it's still a Splinterlands game. The cards are earnable, and every time you win 5 matches, you're going to get something. So whether you're at the very, very base level all the way up to the highest level you can get in there, you'll be able to win things that can be sold. Obviously, because it's an enclosed set, they're probably not going to be worth like hundreds of dollars per regular foil. However, you do have a chance of participating in a raffle. Each week, there's going to be 75 cards that are going to be put into a bucket, or there's actually rephrase that. There's going to be a ton of cards put in a bucket, and every week, 75 cards will come out of that bucket. So, should be pretty interesting. I mean, when I say the cards that are going to go in the bucket, they're going to be the black foil versions, the black foil arcane, and the gold foil arcane. So all those add up to 75 prizes each and every week. So it should be fun for people that want to come here. No cost, no stake in SPS, no nothing. Anybody can play. Existing players can play if they want. The reason why somebody would play is multiple, right? Like somebody brand new who's never played and wants to learn our game. That's a great place for them to do. Somebody who doesn't have any money but wants to play and just have some fun, they can do that. People that want to play and eventually move over into ranked because they feel they're good, it's a good way to them to earn up to a silver level size deck, meaning these cards will be good up to silver, or not good, but they'll be playable and better than level 1 type stuff up to silver level. And then that'll give them a nice, start into ranked play, in the main and premium version, basically. So, and then of course for collectors, that's why I'm going to want to play. I'm going to want to win the stuff. Like I'm going to want to be like everybody else. I want to go win my matches, get my raffle tickets and hope I get lucky and, get a black foil or a arcane of either side. So I think it should be fun, and I'm expecting to get more players in this mode by the end of the year than we have that exists now. So if you want to know what my target is, that's my target.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that, Dave. So I think it's a really good entry mode to bring new ears and eyes into the game and give them a path to modern ranked and wild and to the secondary markets and stuff. And I think it's important. And I think as, a lot of us here on this stream today have played Splinterlands for a while, and, we've got probably decent collections or decent knowledge of the game. And I think we have to set expectations accordingly. I mean, this is going to be limited, at first to, like, as you mentioned, 50 some cards. The meta is not going to be super complex. It's probably going to be solvable, and it's probably going to be after a little bit repetitive. But the point of the mode is to get people to build a base or foundation to work from, and then get into the modes that are really meaningful with asset ownership or rentals or delegations. And that's going to be modern and wild and tournaments and brawls and stuff like that. So, I mean, obviously the difference between Frontier and Wild is going to be huge. Like, you're going to have very limited options in Frontier, but Wild is the exact opposite. There's just so many options, so many combinations that it's almost overwhelming. So I think this is definitely a good starting point. I just think, veterans also need to be, temper their expectations a little bit as well.
Players need to complete the campaign mode before they go into the new campaign or Frontier version of the game, or is that just completely separate than like the story mode?
Yes, they have to go through the campaign mode, even though there may be a way to expedite the process. I'm not sure whether they put that in or not, but initially it was built with that in mind.
Okay.
In other words, that's how they got to get cards, right? They don't have any cards otherwise.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Did you play through that to get your first set of cards to go play in the other mode?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and if you sell them all, by the time you get done with campaign, then you won't be able to play the other one. So, so it kind of works that way. And Mick Beer, to answer your question or your comment about the black foils, you think it diminishes the value of black foils in general. There's several things that these black foils are different, or all cards in this mode are different than the cards in the other mode. Number one, they don't have collection power. Number two, they don't have production power. So you can't burn them for deck. You can't burn them for glint. You can't, you can put them on land, but they will give you absolutely 0 for being on land. And you can't use them in survival mode. And if you do use them in any of the ranked plays, modern or wild, their levels cap out at the Silver League level in terms of stats. So they don't go up any higher than, a Silver League card. So the fact that it's black and pretty is good, but in terms of competing against the regular black foils, I really don't think that's a factor. That's just my personal opinion, but we'll see. Clay?
I'm waiting for people to hop out of foundation mode, and they run into like some guy with like a Mantaroth with a mustache playing like the John Cena intro song, and they're just like, oh my god, it's a brave new world.
Anybody else have any comments about foundation mode? Because we can move on.
Well, on a serious note, Dave, I would say this. Like, when I think about foundation mode, my mind also goes to campaign mode, right? And like, again, this kind of ties into the whole like with like the pickles making noises now, right? Like, I look at it as like, in itself, like campaign mode is kind of like a foundation, right? Like, not just like the foundation set and the foundation mode, but like it's expanding what we can do, right? Like it's expanding our options to where we now have like this base to build off of into like different directions. And to me, like, I think that's important, right? And like, we've already seen, like, I think it was like Matt talked about it on the last town hall, where like this could very easily lead into boss monsters, right? And I know that's something people might have been waiting for like a couple of days or something. I think I remember somebody talking about the idea of boss monsters once or twice, but like it's like we've got that base or that foundation to build off of now. And to me, like, I think it's cool, right? But like, I'm also thinking of like, yeah, this is cool, but like, I'm thinking of all the cool things that can come based off of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. In fact, you mentioned the boss monster thing. We are working on a mode that's pure PvE, right? Where we're calling it Gauntlet mode. That's not going to be the final name for it, but it's not in dev part of development, but it's definitely in the concept phase, right? Like they worked out the big scheme of how it's going to work. Now they're in the process of making out the spec sheets, but it'll be pretty cool. It will be 9 levels where you essentially kind of like Zelda style, where you you basically got to go through a series of things. And like you said, that all comes from starting somewhere, right? Like you just don't snap your fingers and make this stuff happen. You got to go step by step.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to preemptively make a proposal to rename it to Pickle Mode.
Okay. You can put up a proposal and see if that passes, Clay.
Be obsessed with the average. He's obsessed with them pickles.
All right, what other songs you gonna play for us, Blaze, before we sign out?
What do you guys want to hear? Let's see. This one's really good.
Let's go one of the country songs, man. Country songs don't get enough love.
One that doesn't get enough play is Cave Wise, by the way, Blaze. So, all right, you can do Mighty Drickin'. It's Mighty Drickin'.
For far too long we've suffered, lived small and in fear.
Shout out Gold Matters.
Watched our Incan slaughtered year after bloody year. Eggs for their tables, feathers for their show. A lifetime of bondage where seeds of true rage grow. But no more, I tell ye, a champion takes flight. For chicken kind's freedom, we'll stand and we'll fight. I'm one of a kind, a true leader you'll see, and all foul shall be free eternally. This power I sought, no for glory or gain, but to shatter their shackles, to banish the pain. A sorcerer's dark arts, a pact with the night, transform me forever to bring forth the light. No longer a chicken constrained by the wire, I wield dragon's fury, fueled by righteous fire. This burden I carry, this destiny true, to shield all my brethren, to see the fight through. I am the mighty dragon, hear my battle cry. For freedom I stand, neath the burning ancient sky. My wings will defend ye, my fire will blaze. I will hold the line through these treacherous days. For chicken kind's future, our liberty's birth, will claim back the Splinterlands, inherit the earth.
That's really good, huh?
Yeah, it's really good. Play a couple more. Play Gorgog. I think.
Yeah, I know that's up next. I got to go track it down. Who made all these songs? Can't get through. Oh yeah, it was fun to see you guys in the comments saying I didn't know he was missing a leg.
Oh yeah, no, that was great, and that whole song is just awesome. That's so hard. That's a good song.
Yeah, I recommend everybody listen to this. All of these.
Our Gorgog, with our blade in his hand. A Gorgog! From Grimward of Graspa, tool where survival is quaint. There's two kinds of warriors, a very short quaint. Those who just try hard, bless their little hearts. Then there's Gorgog the Endless, who rips things apart. Wears an old beast's hide, cause fashion's for fools. With muscles like mountains, defying all rules. Got that blank, unblinking, you're dead to me stare. And a cleaver so massive it pollutes the clean air. It's ergonomic, actually. A shaman's deep whisper, ancestral raw might, poured into his sinews for endless dull fight. Outnumbered by what exactly? A small army, you say? He's been through worse.
Like his wife's dinner, okay?
Oh, Gorgog the Endless, with that blade in his hand, Thor's really jealous. His hammer's bigger than Bella's waistband. He grinds them to dust with a grunt and a groan. A one-man committee on a perfectly nice bone throne. The storms they may rage and the oceans may rise, he just keeps on standing, ignoring their cries. Yeah, Gorgog the Endless, he simply won't yield till the other side just becomes part of his field. The Conclave Arcana, so clever and grand, stealing their power across all the land. But Gorgug knows better, it's earned every bit. With less steel and more hit and a violent true wit. He's seen worse than this, like that time with the gnomes. Just standing there glowering, building their sad little homes. They'll try to compare him to figures of might. He just smashed their device, then retreat from their light. Such tiny fist, a shaman's deep whisper, ancestral raw might poured into his sinews for endless dull fight. Outnumbered by what exactly? A small army, you say? He's been through worse.
Like his wife's dinner, okay.
Oh, Gorgug the Endless, with that blade in his hand, Thor's really jealous. His hammer's bigger than Bella's waistband. He grinds them to dust with a grunt and a groan. A one-man committee on a perfectly nice bone throne. The storms they may rage and the oceans may rise. He just keeps on standing, ignoring their cries. Yet Gorgug the Endless, he simply won't yield till the other side just becomes part of his field.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Cool. There it is.
Guys, they got some upside down people in the chat talking about footy.
Footy?
Talking about what? Oh my goodness.
Y'all don't know about footy?
Yeah, it's the weird round ball, right? Instead of the like football shaped ball.
I don't know. I've only seen it played a couple of times. Like it's not a joke. It's pretty damn crazy. Like they go out there and like play like NFL football without pads, basically. Like, it's pretty stupid. It's just like concussions waiting to happen. It's like.
Hey,
Yeah,
you gotta play Business Ain't Personal.
They call me sir on the streets of the slums. Tip your hat or you're coughing up lungs. Brass-knuckled smile, I don't play fair. I'm in your house and you ain't even aware. Suit real sharp, but my club's still crude. Westerland tunes while I rearrange dudes. Empire pays and I collect. Even broke your shield, don't take it personal, friend. Hey now, business ain't personal, but your rib's gonna get conversational. Sneaking in, bashing out, you won't even know what I'm about. A handshake here, a shake down there. You blink and I'm already gone, I swear. Empire signs the check, I sign the bruise. Business, baby, sorry about the shoes. Hey!
Yeah. So that one's pretty popular. That one's gaining some traction.
Yeah, what happens, by the way, is on these songs, every so often somebody likes it and they got a lot of followers, and all of a sudden it will go from a couple hundred plays up to like 800 or 1,000 plays pretty quick. So it's pretty interesting to see how that happens. Blaze, show them how it looks. Like everyone is a little mini ad. So show them how that looks.
Yeah, So I, I have a little blurb about the card here, and then I'll tag Splinterlands at the end of everything. So as people dive into it, the goal is, again, organic, creative, just to get attention. So if you can see here, 12 likes, 1,378 listens, and remember, we just fired this up, and again, no charge to get uploaded and put it on the SoundCloud. So we're not even running ads or anything like that. So. Yeah, just trying all different angles.
Yeah, not only that, like you said, this is SoundCloud, but there's Spotify and there's probably a dozen other ones that we can do over time. So, obviously before we went all out, which you might think that we went all out, but before we really went all out, we certainly wanted to make sure that you guys liked it. It's great to see the feedback is good, and hopefully the community agrees. So. We're happy to go even further, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't see any reason the community wouldn't be happy about this. I mean, it's just a funner way to interact with the lore of the cards than I think we've had before. And it's definitely a different way to get people actually talking about the game, too. I mean, you can have a complete conversation about 3 or 4 of these songs, be talking Splinterlands for 15 minutes. You didn't even talk about the card game. You just talked about characters and lore. So
Yeah, and also like on that note, like if you go to the card shows nowadays, right, in the States, like Pokemon's all over the place. It's in the mix with the football and baseball cards, right? And people are collecting Pokemon. They've never played the game before, but they're collectors, and they're like, oh, they get into the wave, and that's the only way we can branch out is if we start hitting these different audiences and capturing them. So this is just again one way.
Yeah, they have all those people that just collect the slabs, right? Those aren't cards you're going to play with. They're just basically cards that you collected over time, and you get, in order to get the same version, you have to trade with them. So it's definitely, there's a group of people out there that, they collect things and aren't worried about playing them.
Yep.
At all.
Yeah,
Jangles, which one did you want to play? Country?
Yeah, one of the country jams, man.
This one?
There's one or two that I really, really liked, and I'm not a big country
let me
guy.
play
There was one like Johnny Cash.
That one's probably
the
my
Johnny
favorite
Cash one.
you're about to play.
Which one is it?
That one. The one
Which one is definitely?
Oh no, not that one.
That might be it.
That you were about to play. I said you already hit play on it.
Oh, the Craniacs jam.
Craniacs in country though.
Yeah,
No,
it's climbing the charts too. By the way, already at 1100.
This is Evanescence, man.
Let this one right.
In the dark, where silence grows,
I really like this song, by the way.
I learned to run where no one goes. No crown, no light, no hand to hold. Just death and dust and blood gone cold.
She saw the fire, she fed the flame. Portia whispered, play the game.
Now you rise through bones and ash, with a smile and a butcher's laugh. I don't feel, every scar became my shield.
You run slow, he deals blows. Watch your breath and watch it peel.
I am the quake, the tide that swallows saints and ships. No mercy left, just rusted chains. No final rest, no saving grace. We drag your gods into the grave. Craniacs, the cold brave. Say his name.
That's a great one, then.
Drag your gods into the grave, baby.
Right?
Let's go.
That's some heavy shit, man. I love it.
That's my style right there. There's a few of those on here. Like
Gray Brow like is really like deep, with the lore. It is deep with the lore. I did some stuff too where it's like I did some graphics where he turns into a volcano. So I've been working on some AI stuff too. It's just like, well, that song was just like that hits hard. I kept saying that was #1 for a long time, but now we just have so many cool songs. It's hard to fit.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like that was the first one I heard, and I was like, I need this. But then I heard everything, and I'm like, they're all great. We're good.
This one right here, if you guys like 80s, this one's hilarious. I don't know how DJ Renova pulled it off, but it's hilarious too.
Which one? The dance with serpents? Yes.
City, where the ground begins to sway, the serpentine soldiers
bringing the Lord alive.
They rule the night and day.
Never thought about the serpentine soldier this way though.
Hard to hit, they say it's true. A powerful front line, breaking moves for me and you. But
are so cool. Hey, they're so awesome, guys. Go listen to them. Go smash that like button. Have a good time. There's a lot more to come.
Go out with the one they were asking, the Gablano, or not the Gablano.
Yeah,
the other.
we'll do. Yeah, no, super cool.
Even the kids song, you know, the second most listened song is a kids song, Stampeding Calf.
Where's he at?
Stampeding Calf is great.
Stampeding Calf, right? I mean, it's a kids song.
This is a new one, by the way. Really quick on this one. This was pretty cool. Like they made fun of him when he was little, and they told him like to watch the chicken coop because he was clumsy and he couldn't fight. And like they were going out with like bow and arrows. Go read the lore on this one, Kicking Rock. And ROC is the bird, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, he didn't even need a bow. He like just grabbed his axe or whatever that is and just tomahawk and threw it at the bird and knocked it down and then kicked it in the face. I mean, it's just like pretty crazy, but it has a great beat. Let me just play a few seconds of it. Really matches the lore and the art, right?
They gave me birds and not blades. Said watch the coop, not the rain. While they drew bows, danced with pride. I chased feathers and swallowed my fire. But I heard wings before the screams. Felt the shift cut through the trees. One axe, one breath, one call. I didn't freeze, I took it all. No spear, no crown, no tribal cheers. Just one shot when death flew near. Mock me once, but I don't stop. I'm the kid who kicked the rock.
Hey, this is the thing here, man. All right, so what do we got? We got to play one country and then close it out with Fabino. What country won? Did you find it, B. Jingles?
Mariput Magician.
All right.
Yeah, the Mariput is a good one. There was a Johnny Cash.
I was trying to think which one was the Johnny Cash one.
Silver Shield Assassin is probably the Johnny Cash one, I think.
Is it?
Which one?
Silver Shield Assassin.
Dirty Work?
Yep.
Is that it?
Well, she walks the night, ain't no badge to show, just quiet steps where shadows grow. No fancy banners, no
this works.
shining light, just work that's done
this.
and gone by morning light. Yeah, that's her way, a hidden hand.
All right.
I could twerk to that.
Mariput Magician.
That was the song, one of the first ones I heard that was so funny because it reminds you of how I used to play the cartoon.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be somebody's wedding song.
In Upper Dagen
Calling it today.
near Pretoria.
Who's got kids here? It's going to be
Hamlet
daughters.
named Mariput, where the Muradin run. Cozy burrows hidden, a peaceful shy kin, with magic to mend from deep down within, healing their loved ones, preserving the store, buttressing the burrows, keeping dangers from the door. Oh, Mariput magician, gentle and so wise, with ancient magic shining in her eyes, for her beloved kin, she bravely stands her ground, while trusted friends like tofu gather round. Her gentle spirit, a shield of light and grace.
Oh, this is fun.
Guys, I got a great idea for a new deck burn. Every time that song comes on, I will pay 1,000 deck just to not hear.
Skip the song. Skip the song. Put it on the radio. You got to burn deck to skip a song.
There we go.
Do it. Every time you log in.
The Yabanus card is pretty good too, but it's long. I don't know if you want to.
We'll do a sneak
I'm
peek.
pretty sure
We got to do
pretty sure
Fabino.
that's-
We got to do Fabino.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
is
Broke
that
right
the song?
through Silas legions from the rift. They poured into the land. Your Banius saw the truth. Her dark and cunning hand. He sought to seal the portals. Worked magic day and night. But Portia struck again and banished all his light. Oh, yeah, Banius, a rebel with a cause so true. Fighting chaos, baby, for me and for you. He's the leader of the pack with his magic on the run. This ain't no summer loving till his lonely fight is done. He's got his sights on justice beneath the violet sky. This architect of freedom won't ever say goodbye. A hunted man, he walked alone through forest ruins, caves.
All right, so just play the Fabinho.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we close it out?
Splinterlands is great. I love it. Seriously though, you flashed the Twitch card. Why do you keep like? Did you say anything more about that?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, say it.
What are you
Say it.
talking
Oh,
about?
there it is.
Did everybody get to see that, by the way, or is it just us?
See what?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they
it shows on
see it for
YouTube.
about a
All
second.
right, Blaze is just teasing us. So show it, Blaze. Come on.
Yeah, so we have something really exciting for this card coming up. The way it's going to be distributed, I think all the influencers are going to really like it. So,
What's a beer cost now?
What's a beer? I literally, he needs to enter with that.
Yeah,
It's a beer
Yep,
cost
that's it.
now.
yeah. Little Levy's going to be swinging that card for sure.
so many songs.
I would.
Stampede
I
Calf,
would-
they're all good. This one is
The giraffe is good too.
Guys, I have something really deep and insightful to close with. You know, just
My
before we play that song. I would just like
Pickles.
everyone to understand and know that I like pickles.
There
We
it
didn't
is.
know that. A lot of songs there, Blaze.
yeah, I need to get organized here.
What are you looking
Can't
for?
keep minting more.
Oh, the underboss, you kept going. You kept passing him. There he is.
Sales, your Bitcoin idea too. I mean, that's something we've been talking about for years now.
Hey, pause it, Blaze. Pause it. Pause it.
I got.
So before we play this, let's say goodbye and then let this end the show. But also, Druids made a good point. Those who won a card, the design card, did they get a song? The answer is yes. We'll be happy to make you a song. So, right? So, I just want to make sure I point that out. So, you guys have anything to say before we let the underboss take us out?
Pickles.
This is so fun. Thanks again for organizing another Influencer Town Hall. I love this stuff. You guys are great. I love this new direction. That's it.
Yeah, and also again, we have ideas that are coming to life. We're just going to hit you with it when they come. We've got a lot of ideas like box breaks for cards. That'll be interesting to do with some influencers. Bulldog and Infidel couldn't make it today. They had to work. So our regards to them. And
Regards. Work.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see these things. I'm glad I got to come, so thanks for inviting me. And it's just a fun little project that you guys did on the side that I think will, do a lot. So
yeah, well, I appreciate it.
I feel like Steeper likes pickles too.
I do. Golden pickles though.
Yeah, thanks for making something that made me like think about Splinterlands instead of like 80% of my life. Now it's 90% of my life. I really needed that. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Underboss Fabino closing us out.
A name they whispered down in Gobson. Bino, the one they never crossed. You flash a ring, you better watch that finger, 'cause I don't kiss no crown. I'm the boss behind the boss. I'm loyal, but I'm lethal, with a cane and a gold cigar. You touch my blood, you touch the family, and I'll show you who we are. I go to the hill, baby, every jab, every dab, every slight. To the hill, sugar, poison in a puff for a good old-fashioned fight. I hand out muscle with a wink and grin, or let my boys cave your teeth right in. I don't bluff, I don't wilt, I go to the hilt. The Gobolano bow and scrape like puppies, wagging tails for chaos scraps. But me, I light cigars with secrets, and I keep my honor sharp as brass. My brother runs the show, no doubt, but I keep the gutters clean. And if you cross the Gobson name, well, you best leave the scene. I go to the hill, baby, every spell, every deal, every sting. To the hill, darling, if you lie to my face, I might kiss you with a ring. I boost my crew, I poison yours, from alley rats to marble floors. I don't fade, I don't tilt, I go to the hill. They say I got a temper, they say I hold a grudge, but I just hold a code, and baby, I never budge. Say Fabino never folded, never bargained, never sold. He ruled the streets with poison charm. One smirk could